like to explain the culture of public education. For those of you who have never spent a lot of time recently in the public schools, I need you to have an analogy here. I want you to imagine the West. Imagine the mountains of Colorado with a herd of Mustangs racing across those ridges. In that herd you see power, speed, flexibility. That herd survives because of those skills. It's a forward-moving, dynamic group. Each horse sticking together with the others, each pushing the herd faster and stronger, and each one dependent on that band for survival. A single horse isolated from the herd is in grave danger from predators, but together the herd is powerful. The leadership, the head mare in that group, is the one that gets the herd to stick together. She's the one that leads them, sets the speed, sets the direction, takes them away from danger and into safety, helps them find water and food. Those Mustangs work together as a herd, and they keep going forward. Teaching is very much like that. It's an all-in profession. From the day that you're 22 and you get your degree, you walk into a classroom of 25 or 35 students. You have the same responsibility for leadership, the same dedication as a veteran teacher that's been there for 20 years. We couldn't do it as individual teachers, though. That profession relies on the group in order to create effective lessons. Every teacher I know has been famous for running into the hall saying, "Hey, I tried this today with my students and it worked really well. You can try it too. Here's the worksheet that I created." Or we get together and we say, "Hey, we're having a really hard time teaching this skill." Mutually then, we come to agreement on the development of a lesson plan that hopefully will instill in our students the idea that we're trying to get across. It's those team building times where we share lessons, develop lessons that allow us to keep moving forward with speed and flexibility. This is especially true of our struggling students. All of us have gone down to the teacher from last year and said, "What did you try with this student that worked? I'm having trouble with homework, or I'm having trouble helping them understand this concept. What strategies did you find successful?" Or we found a teacher who hasn't worked with a particular child and described the difficulties and said, "I know you had a child similar to this in the past. What did you try that worked well to help this child succeed?" And then we need encouragement. All of us have had those days when we've walked out of a lesson or walked out of our classroom and said, "That's it, I'm finished with education, I can't do this anymore. It didn't go well today, it wasn't happening." And without the encouragement of our peers saying, "You can do this, you can be a good teacher, you need to go back in and try one more time. You've been successful in the past and you'll be successful again." We need that encouragement. Along with encouragement comes helping with new technology challenges. Just today in my classroom, my smartboard was not behaving the way that I knew it was supposed to, but I couldn't figure it out. Fortunately, the teacher that I teach with is an expert at the smartboard, so I ran to her room and asked her to come help me. Within a few seconds, she had it running smoothly as I knew it would. All of us need that help as we wrestle with new technology. Ultimately, the most important part of this in teaching is with mentoring new teachers. As you can imagine, to walk in as a first-year teacher with no understanding of how the year goes, no understanding of how to design a day or a week, you would be in grave danger of failure without the teachers around you helping to provide units and structure, suggestions and encouragement. Teaching is an all-in profession, and we rely on one another to be successful. I don't think this is unique to the culture of public education. I think this is common in all public service jobs. You see the same dedication and this same reliance in our soldiers on the field, our policemen, our firefighters, even in our legislature. You see people who have dedicated their lives to a profession that they believe strongly in. This is different than private sector. In public service, we really live by the words of the Constitution. We, the people, provide for what we need.